come from?
I've we'll hit an intro and then I'll put the link in. Well, we'll do our stories first and then I'll put the link in to get people to call in. But yes, should we roll in live? Oh, I can hear myself. That's bad. Mute that. Yes, intro and then we'll roll. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 78 of the Migtown podcast, your only weekly source for catfishing stories that originate on Tinder. As usual, I'm producer Tim. Joining me is the mayor of Migtown, Drexel. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last full week of May. And as we enter June, it is the true official beginning of summer. Summer doesn't begin on June, was it 23rd or 22nd? No, once you hit June 1st, it's summer. Like June, or you could argue once school is out, summer begins. And one of the things that we all know summer for, fucking amusement parks. This is when they all open up.
Yep.
This is when, based on where you live, if you have access to one, this is I believe this is like a rite of passage as a kid. You grow up. You build your own little ramps, to jump off of on your bike, your skateboard, whatever, and you start to progress into things that are more daring do, and then something happens, right? You have this bright idea that maybe that little carnival ride just doesn't quite do it for you anymore, right? It's just like you outgrow a Happy Meal. You want an extra value meal, then you want the steak dinner, right? And the same thing happens when it comes to, that's why they call them thrill rides. And here we are, and there's a thing with thrill rides that just, it resonates with people, I think, everywhere, because it's on that show, I believe, I can't remember if it's A&E or whatever channel that is, Modern Marvels, right? There's just something about them that is marvelous. You look at them, you have all the, all this steel, all these things that they someone has to, of course, conceive this idea. Then you have to construct it. Of course, you have to maintain it, make sure it's safe. But like ultimately, what is the goal? The goal of the amusement park, of the rides, you want to get the craziest, wildest thing. Like, I don't know anybody that creates a ride just to be like ho hum, right? Because what's the point? Like that's why if you notice, everyone's always looking to push that boundary. They're saying, I want the fastest giga coaster, the tallest roller coaster, the most whatever, whether it be the most spins, the most twists, the most turns, always trying to outdo what has already come before you. And it is for that reason that I think it is the essence of I would say it's going from like your early childhood right into that cusp of like pre-teen into teen is when you start to really, the amusement park kind of comes into your life. Because like this is usually the age where you are still having mom and dad drive you around, right? I don't think most people wait till they're 16, 17 to say, no, I'm going to go to my first amusement park. No, you tend to go to amusement parks in your, like I said, later single digit years, right? Depending on if you're tall enough, 7, 8, 9, even 10. And that's kind of like that time that you go and like something comes over you when you hear the screams from the parking lot, right? Because you can see it. It's one of those rare things where you look and seeing an airplane take off or land or something, that's cool. But once you're on it, it's not thrilling. I've never heard someone say being on an airplane is thrilling. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm sitting here.
No, it's too cramped. It's miserable.
It's cramped. You're like, eh. Remember, you can't see unless you have a window seat. You can go, oh, yeah, that looks cool. And then you reach a certain height, and it's like, oh, okay, all I see is clouds or nothingness.
Yeah, all I see is clouds or water.
Yeah, well, clouds, water, or nothing, right? Especially what time of day. Now, there's something about the roller coaster, right? That anticipation, though, when you can literally hear that clank, click, 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 as you start going up, right?
Yep.
Very slowly, right?
I used to get scared at that noise because I thought one of the wheels was breaking.
Yeah, that sound was kind of. I mean, it kind of had it ignited a terror of what could go wrong.
I'll tell you what that sound reminded me of. You know when you got a bad wheel on a shopping cart, and you go around on the floor, do you hear it just kind of like ticks in and out, and it's like tick 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 tick.
Yep.
That's what I thought was happening. I thought one of the wheels was all messed up.
I just remember, especially if you were on a taller roller coaster, the thing that really struck me, the descent, right? The descent is the most thrilling part. But also, it's the moment right before the descent, right? Because you don't go like this and then just go, no. It's you slowly stop, and then people go crazy, right? Well, it's that moment, though.
Which seat you were in determined how fast it went over the hill. So if you were always in the back, you'd fly over that hump.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Front and back are always the best two spots, right? Everyone knows this. Front and back. That being said, as you're going up, especially based on what amusement park you're in, where other rides are and stuff, there's something amazing just about the fact that like you're on this ride. All of these people that are strangers, you guys are all experiencing the same thing, but you're able to look out, right? And you look over, you see like the rest of the park. There's the park. You look over, you go like this. Holy
There's
shit.
the guy on the slingshot going up into the atmosphere.
Yeah, guys going up there. You look down. You can see like the cars on the street that's beside the amusement park if you're at the edge of the park, right? You're looking over, you're like, God damn, those cars look so small. And then you have this moment, you're like, dude, we are really high up, right? Like based on what ride you're on, right? Like you look around, you're like from the parking lot, it looked high. Once you got through the gate, you went, that looks pretty high. Damn it. Damn, that's tall. But once you're actually on it, though, when you're actually on it, and you can't help but have this sense of like exhilaration and dread because you're like, oh shit, bro. Like, we're here. Because, Tim, you remember, what the thing is? It's when you're on a ride for the first time, right? Like this is the new ride, right? Like if you've already been on a million times, big deal, right? It's still fun. You're like, oh, I already know what to expect. But there are certain rides, like when you go to a different park, or like I said, a new ride is just built, it just opens to the public. When it's brand new, you're giddy because I mean that's where the longest line is, right? The longest line is always for the newest rides, right? The newest, best, fastest, most exhilarating, craziest rides, and you just sit there with anticipation, like, oh god, we're here because and especially for those people out there who are growing up right now. When back in the day you didn't have a cell phone, nothing entertained you while you're waiting in line, right? You got in line, you were like this. I mean, yeah, you talked with your buddies or whatever.
And those lineups were ridiculous.
Oh man, you used to wait. I mean, based on where you were, you were at a Six Flags or a Cedar Fair entertainment kind of park like Cedar Point, Great America, places like that. When you're sitting in line, I mean, look, 30 minutes is a lot longer than people think, right? Because
when you're
30 minutes doing something you want to, you're just standing there. You're like, you go like this. Wait a while, right?
Yeah, the line moves like 60 people at a time.
Yeah. It moves for every like 1 to 2 carts. Yeah. So you like, if some of these rides, if you're sitting there forever, you're like, can we just get there, right? I just want to get there and hop on this amazing ride that everyone's. And you know what the thing that doesn't get talked about enough? It's the reaction of the people who just got off that ride, right? When you're sitting, like, when you get to a certain point.
When they walk all funny.
They're like, they look like shell-shocked. And you're like, holy shit, this ride's got to be crazy. Like, and there's a few rides I've been on like that I knew going in that this was going to be something special, right? Like, it's not just, this is going to be a great ride. This is going to be fun. You just knew certain rides were special. For me, if someone were to ask me, Drex, what's the best ride you ever went on? It is the Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point, right? You're going 120 miles per hour. The ride only lasts, I think it's like 18 seconds. It's very short, right? 13 seconds, something. It's what the ride does in that amount of time that makes you just go, whoa, right? Because, sometimes, a lot of roller coasters, Tim, as you're going up, right?
Yeah.
Because, when someone says, how long is the ride? They go, oh, it lasts 2 minutes. But hell, I mean, a minute and 8 seconds is just going up. And then you get the big dip, and you twirl, you twist, you get another dip, woo! Maybe a spin, and then like, and the ride is over, right? In the Top Thrill Dragster. And this is what makes it so fucked up. The Top Thrill Dragster, it's set up like a race car, right? And you get like literally rocketed out. This is not one of those rides where you go, you shoot out like a cannon, right? They have like stadium seating for people to watch you in terror go on this ride, right? And I took my daughter there, and this would have been, I think it was 2017, I want to say 17 or 18, I want to say 17. And we're sitting there, and what made it amazing is that we ended up getting into the wrong line for the ride, right? So I'm sitting like, what is taking us so damn long to get on the ride? Because when you're in line with people and you naturally go along with them, right? But then we kept getting lapped by people that I saw way behind us. I'm like, how are these people somehow getting ahead of us? I didn't realize we had accidentally gotten into the line to be in the very front cart, which of course is the longest line, right? And so my daughter is remarking on how the people look, right? You see them get off and they look shell-shocked. They're like, I mean, they look like they had literally just been through World War III.
Some of them, you can always tell which ones chunked it on the ride too, because they have no color in their face and
no color
in their stomach, right?
It was amazing because we get on there, and what makes this one unique, like I said, for those of you guys who don't know, like definitely go on Google or go on YouTube and just type in Top Thrill Dragster. It makes the rev sound, right? It goes vroom, vroom, like really loud, right? You're sitting on this ride. So remember, you hear this, Tim, because remember, you're the guy, waiting in line, right? And you're sitting there like looking at this shit like, dude, you know how someone's going fast, right? Like you look at them, you're like, damn, they look like they're going like really fast. But until you are in that front car and you do it, it launches you out of there,
I could play
right?
a video.
Oh yeah, definitely do it, man.
So Cedar Point's actually got a marketing video for it. Let me pull
it's the real deal, man.
Let's see. I like that. Okay, I'll remark on it once I get it pulled up here. Share screen. Share that. Share. All right, that should be playing for you guys. All right, here we go. Turn the sound on. It actually looks pretty quiet there. It must be an off-road screen. So where is Cedar Point?
Sandusky, Ohio. So you're an hour away from either Cleveland or if you fly into Detroit. You're about an hour away either way.
What an unfortunate name for a town.
I know, Sandusky. Poor town. Uh-oh.
Oh, they just locked into track. Someone gets sick just watching this.
Do you see how efficient that was? Right? Now, this is what you don't know. Do you notice you twist up and then twirl down, right? Do you know what the sensation looks like when you're actually on the ride, though? As you are going like this down, right? You're twirling downward, right? Yeah. Because Cedar Point is on the lake, it looks like you're in a plane crash. No bullshit. Because you're spinning down like this, right? But you're seeing nothing but water. Like it's literally perfectly positioned to make it look like your plane is like it's going down like this. So you have this primal sense, dude. There are some rides that I've gone on. Like I know the worst ride I ever went on When I say worse, I mean like in terms of how I felt. I set up the picture. I can actually show you guys how I looked going on the roughest ride ever. So this would have been 2000.
If you send that to me, I can throw it up on the screen here rather than you showing your phone.
Oh yeah, hold on. I got it in here. It's in my notes.
Koopa's waiting to call in. He says he wants to try that.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is me after one of this. This is the most intense.
Could you imagine, Drex? You know when they show the picture of you on the ride. Could you just imagine seeing Koopa and a goblin? The goblin
and a goblin sitting there right there.
Oh, what's up with my sound? Why is my sound?
Uh-oh.
Hang on, chat. Let me know what's wrong with my sound. Here, let me check something before I... Okay, let me try that. Let me know if that works better for you guys. My volume is low. I didn't know I had a job. What? Of course I have a job. I have tons of jobs, man. Anyways, here, let me show you guys what Drex sent me.
Yeah, this is next level. This ride is at the Carowinds. For those of you who don't know, the Carowinds is outside of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right. So, is it the second photo you wanted me to show?
Yeah, you can show both of them. Like, well, the picture that you see is the aftermath of me suffering at that place.
You don't look so good,
dude. So I didn't ride another ride for 90 minutes. It was around 90 minutes after. So I rode the ride, and this was kind of early in. I went with my coworker, right? Shout out to her, by the way. A lovely Russian. My Russian friend of me, love her. We went on this ride, and I sent you a picture of the Fury 325. This is what prompted me to go. It was my mom, of all people, who told me. She sent me this thing and said, "Hey, you said you like roller coasters. They just built the world's, was it tallest giga coaster, right?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going then." And it's hardcore. So this ride now, Tim, I want you to look at this. On the surface, you may think to yourself, "Well, why are they seated like that, right?"
Oh,
this
I
is
know
why
you're sitting like that.
You already know what's coming, don't you?
Yeah, Drex. So I'll get into my amusement park story in a bit, but I was on one of the first roller coasters they built in the world, where the coaster was actually over your head, and you were hanging down out of the bottom of the car.
Oh wow, that had to be nice.
Oh no, that was scary as fuck.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it's gonna be scary.
You, all you see is the ground and your feet.
Yep, just dangling. Well, in this one, so in the Nighthawk, right? This is what makes this ride unique, right? So we get to the Carowinds. Like I said, we had ridden. I want to say we had ridden maybe like four rides before we got on this one, right? And as we approach, because remember, all you see is the twirls, right? You see you see lots of loops, and I was kind of like, loops, twirls, okay, I've done that before, Tim. And then we got up there, and I was like, wait a minute, something's off. The way that these people are positioned, right? You said they're cradled, right? They're like this. Mm-hmm. That's not the end of it. The ride goes like this to you. It baptizes you. So your head gets tilted back in that position, right? Now, Tim, that's bad enough, right? That you're already down, and then your head gets to the back. Do you know why that's a big deal? As the blood is rushing to the back of your head, the ride goes in reverse. So, normally when you're on a roller coaster, you see the falls like this, right? Whoa, you're looking down, right? Yeah. You go in reverse. So instead of going over the hill, you feel it instead of seeing it. Do you have any idea what that does to your equilibrium? That you're going in reverse, but your head is tilted back?
It's like having the worst vertigo ever.
It's the worst. Dude, I got done, and I was done. Like I said, we had only been at the park.
Picture. Let me show the picture that you sent me of you.
Oh yeah, man, it was
you
rough.
Sick as hell,
dude. I'm always good on roller coasters, man. I can take it
There you go.
That's
You
me.
look sick.
I was done.
You turned into a white guy for a moment there. All the color
Yeah,
left
dude,
your
I
face.
was done. I remember being on this ride, and Tim, this was crazy. We got off the ride. I'll never forget this. There was a dad who was there. He looked miserable because he had just gotten off, right?
Yeah.
But he had his son with him. How do you think the son reacted to getting off the ride?
Dad, let's do it again.
Yep, that was awesome. And you could just see like the defeat on his like. He looked so miserable. Like he looked like you asked him to go get like a fucking root canal or something. Like he looked miserable. And like I don't look at he you know when you kind of like exchange a look with somebody, and like he saw me just being like, I'm good, man. And I kind of looked over at him, and he just was like I could just see the hurt on his face. Cause I'm like, and the kid, because kids don't, flips and spins don't affect kids the way it affects adults, right?
Well, you got to remember too that they're smaller, so
Yep.
changes in momentum don't affect them like they do to us. Like I'm 230 pounds, Drex. If I'm going one way and then I suddenly go a different way, I'm going to feel that all of it.
Kids are just rag dolls, and these kids go through that, man, and they were excited. And as I said, we hit ride after ride. Like I said, it was a great time. But as you're having a great time, you're still like, you know what, man? My soul is dead, right?
Yeah.
And there's all these rides you go on. Like, and I will say this though, when it comes to these rides, I went to, because so if someone's wondering, like, I grew up liking rides and I didn't ride them again after my teenage years, right? And the reason why I went back to amusement parks was because I had to prepare for my daughter, who she wasn't even 1 year old, and I had her at the Mall of America, and she's literally a little baby, fascinated by the roller coasters going above her, which is it used to be called Camp Snoopy, now it's called Nickelodeon Universe, right? And so here's this little baby being like, with little baby talk, right? And I'll never forget, her mom says, well, you can do that with daddy when you get older. So my daughter was going on like little kid rides, right? And she kept elevating, right? She went from like the little kid rides to, I remember the day that she turned 42 inches, right? And that's the gap between going on little kid rides and like bigger kid rides, right? Like the log ride at the Mall of America. So you do these rides that are there's a huge jump in how exhilarating they are, how exciting, how, all that. So she went through that and she's like, oh, this is awesome. So then I started explaining to her what amusement parks were, right? Not just a little indoor, Mall of America stuff, but like the real deal. I explained to her, I said, look, when you get to be 54 inches tall, daddy's going to take you around the United States and go park to park to park, right? So other than going to Six Flags once when I was in Vallejo, that was 2017, other than that, I took her to, I got season passes for Cedar Fair or Cedar Park. I think it's Cedar Fair Entertainment, right? So they own Valley Fair, Cedar Point, Great America. For those of you who don't know, Great America in Santa Clara, California, is the single worst amusement park you could ever go to. It's whatever you do, don't waste your money. It's garbage. The rides are garbage.
California.
Yeah, it's trash. Whereas Vallejo, California had Six Flags. It was great. Six Flags in Vallejo was great.
Yeah, you go down to Anaheim, right?
Dude, yeah, Six Flags, their rides are on point. Whatever you do, for any of you guys in the chat, if you've ever been to, what's it called? If you've ever been to Great America, just say so and tell me it's not the worst fucking amusement park you've ever known. But I took her there, Tim, and you could see her face like light up, right? Because she's never been, remember, to a kid, this is brand new, right? Like to me, it's just, I'm at the amusement park, right? I'm in my 30s, right? To her, to a kid who's only been in indoor amusement parks, right? Or I think she may have gone on a ride, I want to say like the State Fair, maybe, right?
I was going to ask about that, but finish this point first.
Yeah, just kind of, like spinning rides or something, like a little swing ride, nothing too crazy, right? Yeah. It is that elevation that she took, because my daughter is mutant size, so she grew up so fast that she was so tall. So, I mean, she's basically riding the rides like 9-year-old kids were riding when she was like, I don't even think she was 6 or maybe barely 6. And she gets on there, and Tim, it's the look on her face when she did her first real crazy ride, right? That picture I sent you of the Theory 325, my daughter rode that, right? At age 6, the tallest giga coaster in the world. She rode it at 6 years old, and she was so like you could see that child. Like there's no feeling in the world. It's priceless to see a child's glee when you just see their eyes, just that rabid excitement, right? And so I told her, I said, I'm gonna take you to park, and we just went ride after ride. I mean, we just went to park because I had the pass, right? I could go to any of their parks for free. Tim, I was ridden out. I felt like a damn sorority thought, right? Just ridden hard. And I hit these spots one after another, and she just loved it. And that's what it was all about. And like just the memories that she has. And when I look at all these different places, for those of you who don't know, if someone asks me who has the absolute best, I say Cedar Point, and this is what separates Cedar Point from all the other places. It's an amusement park, right? Great. Attached to a water park, great. Also attached to the beach, right? You're on the lake, so you go out there. You're like, you have the amusement park, and then you look over to your left, and you like as you're walking, you go, damn, look, that's all the crazy water rides. If that's what you want to do, right? If you want to be in the pool, you're like, this is gonna be great. And then you go, what happens if I'm done with the pool? You keep walking. You're literally you walk onto the beach, right? And there's all the hotels and like restaurants and stuff. And this is another thing. They have better food. Most amusement parks have garbage food, right? I'll tell you how good Cedar Point is. For those of you who don't know, there's a place called Pink's Hot Dogs, right? The original hot dog stand is out in, I want to say La Brea, California. My cousin took me there. I saw it on Food Network, so you guys know I travel. I love eating while I travel. They have a Pink's at the damn place, right? They have, I want to say, I think it's the place called Steak and Lube. I think it's Steak and Lube or Shorty and Wag, like known for their wings and stuff. They have all of these great things. So you have the food on top of the rides, on top of the swimming pool stuff, the music park. You have all of this in one location, right? Cedar Point is the best is the best of all places I've been, man.
I keep seeing in the chat, Busch Gardens comes up over and over again in the chat.
Yeah. Out in Florida. Someone put tall privileged. Yeah. My daughter hijacked my jeans. I think she's already at 6 foot tall at 11 years old. These mutant-sized kids. It's something in the food.
Good God.
Yeah, these kids. Well, these kids, man.
These damn kids.
If you go to like a high school now, right? These kids are mutants.
Yeah.
Kids were not that big when I was growing up. Dude, kids were not like 6'5", 280, and at 14. Like these kids are just monsters. I'm like, God damn, what's in this food? So
someone's saying Busch Gardens is in Williamsburg, Virginia. Is that a different Busch Gardens?
I'm thinking the one that's in that's it. I want to say, is that Tampa? Hold on, Busch Gardens, Tampa, right?
Maybe.
Florida.
Anyways, so I wanted to ask you before I get into my amusement park stories. I wanted to ask you about state fairs. Do you have any memorable? Now, state fairs, I'm guessing in the U.S., they would have like the traveling amusement park called Midway, right?
Yep, all of them have a Midway.
Yeah. So, any memorable experiences from the Midway? I mean, Midway is kind of like, all right, you're not quite grown enough to go to Six Flags, so we're gonna go to the Midway instead.
Mm-hmm. Someone said, I guess there's another Busch Gardens in Virginia. I didn't know that. I've only known the Busch Gardens in Florida. In terms of the Midway, I don't have any memory at all of that park because the first time I ever went to the state fair, I was 15 years old. It was between my freshman and sophomore year of high school, and I had never been to the state fair. This is back when everything was cheap, right?
Yeah.
I think I want to say I had the ticket, and then I may have had like $50, and that was more than enough to last me for the day. Let that sink in, right? And
that wouldn't even get you the gas to go to the state fair.
Yeah, it can't even get you gas no more. But
we
like
were
back
talking about
then,
this in a bonus episode.
Yeah, shit's changed.
$230 to fill my truck.
Yeah, back then it wasn't like gas was $1 back then, and I remember going, man, and I remember the haunted house really stuck out. Like I said, I didn't do the ride. I was more of like just trying the food, kind of seeing it, soaking it in. For me, state fairs are about food. Like I said, I'm a foodie. Minnesota, I believe, has the best state fair of all. I love Texas State Fair, but I believe Minnesota's is better because it's more concise, right? It's like.
Have you ever taken Nick's kids to to the Minnesota State Fair?
No, but the problem is his kids are so fucking tiny. They wouldn't be able to go on a lot of rides.
They're getting older now.
They're getting older. I don't like I said, I think in order to enjoy yourself, I think you have to be at that 54-inch mark. That's why I never took my daughter. This is a word of advice for any parents out there, or if you're taking like a younger, brother or niece or nephew or something. Don't take them until you know for sure they are over 54 inches. And someone goes, "Why, Drex?" The most hurt feeling a child can go through is to get up in that line, get there, Tim. They go like this. Whoa, hold on, Sonny.
Yeah, why don't they put that sign at the back of the line? Why don't they have to put it in
Right?
front?
Yeah. Imagine a kid gets there, right, and they're like a hair short, and you're like, "No, stand tall," and they go, "Nope, not quite." It's
kids
the
are
worst
growing
feeling.
because you steal all their snacks from the snack drawer.
It's wild though, because
Yeah.
when you have a kid who just, and that happened to Nick's daughter. I remember he's talked about his dad was livid. They were in Florida. But when a kid is denied a ride, man, it hurts. It does hurt you, because like you see that, like, I mean, sometimes you will see kids cry, right? Because they want to be on that ride so bad. That's more of a parental issue. Like, you have to make sure that kid is tall enough, so that way they can enjoy the rides without having to worry about, am I tall enough? Will I get denied? It's a great, like, I've been denied on rides because I'm too tall. I was at the State Fair and at Valley
Get your head
Fair.
taken off. Like,
No,
I'm goblin.
Yeah, there are some rides. I think 6'4" is like the limit to a few rides out there, based on like the type of ride. And like, yeah, you're too tall to ride the ride, and that was it.
Koopa says that probably led him down the path of degeneracy, is not getting onto a ride. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, it's great, man. There's just something about amusement parks. When we talk about living your best life and enjoying yourself, man, there's just nothing like a day. And here's the thing, though. It's for all intents and purposes, it's relatively cheap. You know me, I'm not a big fan of Disney World because I think it's so grossly overpriced, and the rides suck for what you're paying for. Like, there's no one out there who can say Disney World is a good bargain, right? It's a good value.
I think someone said they went in like the 90s to the one in Anaheim, and it was what, $26. He said. I'll find that comment, but yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, Ken's trolling us. Shut up, Ken. Anyways, so Drex, where I grew up, I was 12 hours away from the nearest amusement park by car. So yeah, a guy says $26 in the 90s. The best amusement park ride experience I ever had until the 8th grade was the Midway. You just go, which is nothing. It's nothing, right? If you compare Midway to a Six Flags or Disney World, it's not a comparison. It's terrible. But if Midway is all you ever had, Drex, let me tell you about the magic when our school took us on a field trip to Toronto, and we got to visit Canada's Wonderland. Canada's Wonderland is Canada's premier. Like, people will travel all across Canada to Toronto just to go to Wonderland. It's the best we got, and it is comparable to some of the best parks in the U.S. I know my Canadian bros will be with me on that one. I wouldn't say it's better than Busch Gardens or Cedar Point, but I think it could hold its own against them. I've got a video for one of the rides in Wonderland called the Leviathan.
I like it already.
Yeah, naming is everything. You know it's a good ride when they name it like that. Someone asked me, who saved you out in the woods while you were lost? Hey, I like being lost, all right?
Oh, like, where the hell is...
Here, let me pull this up real quick. And then, yeah, guys in the chat, we'll be taking some call-ins at the end of this show so that you can tell us your favorite amusement park memories.
I found it. You want to talk about the Midway? I have one of the worst Midway stories ever. I'm looking at my phone right here. Yeah, shout out to my lovely daughter who chose our rental car. She chose this hog. I told her I flew into Texas, right? So everything was booked up in Dallas, which is where the state fair is. So
Yeah.
we had to fly into Austin, then drive to Dallas, which is over 4 hours, right? And I was not happy about that. So I told her to rent the car. So she got to choose the car that we rode in.
Oh,
we get
you got
there.
a full-size SUV.
Yeah, luckily I didn't have to pay any extra for it either because I had wanted a full-size car. Tim, I got abused. My story about what happened to me. So this was the original plan. A friend of mine, she was gonna come down with us, right? So this is how horrible of a dad I am. Because I heard about, I'm a food guy, right? I go to the state fair for the food, right? My plan was for her to come down with us. I was going to pawn my daughter off on her so that they could do like rides and all that bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. While I went around and ate and then caught back up with them, right? That was the plan. She tells me she couldn't go. And I'm thinking, damn, well, I could still, get my food on, suffer through a ride or two, but still get my food on, right? Tim, this is how shitty my experience was in October 2015 at the Texas State Fair. Shout out to Big Tex for robbing people. I go in. We use I use Google Maps, right, for the fairgrounds. Mm-hmm. Take a guess where Google Map. There's like 38 entrances to every state fair, right?
No, I know nothing about state fairs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Canada. So when you go to the state fair, there's all these different entrances, right? You could end up anywhere, and then you just walk in, right?
Yeah.
There's a million. Take a wild guess where Google Maps navigated me into.
The only one that was full.
Even worse.
The one that was closed.
Fucking Midway.
Oh.
The one place I sought to avoid, right? Tim, this is how dirty they did me. This is how dirty Google did me. So we were there on a day trip. Remember, my whole goal was to eat, right? So I'm thinking to myself, well, I'll take her. We'll ride a ride or two. Nothing too crazy. Tim, you know what happened instead of a ride or two? Let me tell you what really happened.
A ride or 8?
All day. From open till close.
And half of it was waiting in line, wasn't it?
No, the waits weren't even that bad. Look, I want you to look at these prices. You got to pay with the tickets at the state fair.
Wait. Was this when you came back and you were saying that that was the most money you had ever spent?
Oh, no, that was Anime Matsuri, and we'll never go there again. I took my daughter to Anime Matsuri, and I lost $1,300 in 2 days. Okay. And I just remember thinking, holy shit, how'd that happen?
Is that her in the photo? I don't think I want to show that.
Well, you can't see her face.
Wow.
And this is what, 7 years ago? That's the tickets I had. I had to go get more tickets. When I tell you they abused
me. It's $150 for like a reel of them.
Oh.
And he had to go back for seconds.
I lost so much money. I never ate. Tim, do you know what that did to me? Do you know how hungry I was? Look, I went into the state fair.
You need your calories, man.
I said, look, I'm going to the state fair. I said, look, man, I'm about to go in here. Like I said, I'm gonna ride a couple rides with her, let her have a little fun, and then I'm gonna wean her off the ride so we can go eat. Tim, when I tell you it was one after another, it was like this: boom, 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 the entire day.
Yeah.
She never wanted to eat, right? Normally she's always like, I can go for something, right? I want a snack. She ate a couple of snacks. It was the first time she ever had a candy apple. It was one after Tim. It broke my spirit. I'm sitting there like you know how there's a point where you're like, it's kind of like when you want kids to use the bathroom. Right? Are you ready to use the bathroom yet? I was like, are you ready to go get something to eat yet? Are you ready to? She did not leave. Please let me eat. She didn't want to leave the Midway.
Kids, and I've noticed this, especially girls, have this weird ability to go 14 hours without food, and if they're busy, they don't notice. At some point, dudes will always be like, damn, I'm hungry. Like even a little boy can run around all day, and once he burns up a certain amount of calories, he's like, yeah, I'm ready to eat though. Like I need to eat something. Like he'll come in like, Mom, can I have a grilled cheese? Right?
Yeah. He'll just come in for something.
I'll get $1 and go to the store and get candy, right? Something.
Yep.
But I've noticed this with my younger sisters. They could go they could go 2 days without eating a proper meal.
Yep.
Maybe
Oh,
they
I
had
forgot. Or,
like one
you know, you
slice
hear
of bread.
white chicks are notorious for this. I forgot to eat.
Yeah,
You don't hear any other, no, not like Latinas, Asians, but the only chicks who say it are white chicks. I forgot to eat. Wait a minute.
the
How did you go
only time-
24 hours without, you forgot? You just, I just woke up and went through the day and I worked. And you forgot to
Yeah.
eat? And Tim, this is what crazy. The trip to Texas was so terrible, right? This is how dirty she did me. We get to the end of the day at the Texas State Fair, right? My heart is already shattered. My stomach is turned into a peanut, right? I finally got some food. I got a smoked turkey leg, right? Got a couple little things. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this isn't so bad, right? This is a semi-win. Do you know what she did to me? This little heifer.
She took the food.
She ate the food that I got her, right? And goes, Dad, I'm just so tired. You got to carry me. I'm like, you better get up and walk, Tim. I had to carry her to the fucking rental car. She gets in the seat and goes like this. Out cold. I looked, Tim, that was an entire day at the fair that I never left the Midway. I just remember, like, you know, when you start the car, right? Because remember, they were closed. Like, the fair closed at 11, right? They're like, all right, everybody, that's it, last ride. I remember getting in the car, putting her in the back seat, and she passes out. I just kind of like, you ever just exhale because you can't believe what just happened? Like, you go,
Yeah.
and you're like sitting there, like, so this is the end of my trip, right? Because it was a day trip, and we get done. I drive 4 hours back to the Austin airport. Stopped at a Holiday Inn, not to go inside and rent a room, because the flight leaves in the morning, right? Slept in the parking lot, right? In the side of the car, right? And then got up and I was like, all right, it's time to get out. And then we went to the airport. She slept fine both ways, right? I was exhausted, of course, because I had to drive there to drive back from. And she's like, it was the best trip ever, Dad. Tim.
These damn kids.
The teardrop
Yeah.
rolled down my cheek. And so that was her love of roller coasters, was from that like 2-year gap, 2015-16, where she got to go on every ride. I took her all over the United States, going to anything that she wanted to do. And I mean, like I said, you always love hearing it from kids, like, when they say it's the best day ever and it's the most fun, and it's like you can't put a price on it.
Sacrifices
yeah,
the quality of dad who cares.
Oh yeah, he knows. Oh, just like when you see the dad who holds, it's 98 degrees with 100% humidity, but he's holding the huge stuffed animals that he had to win at one of those stupid carnival games, right? And he's just dying, and he's carrying it like, thanks, Dad. He's just miserable. But yeah, I love it. It's
right.
it's just hilarious to have that kind of time.
Here's this is the Leviathan at Wonderland. And Wonderland is so goddamn big. It's north of Toronto because it was too big to fit in a city. Yeah, you can hear it clunking, right?
Yep.
God, I was so terrified of this sound. Because I didn't know.
This is beautiful. This is what it's all about.
What
You just.
you don't see is how damn high off the ground.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is it right here, you guys. This is the anticipation. Up. And here comes the plateau. And yeah, you always hit that last dip before you turn, and then this should be the end of the ride, because you'll pull in.
Oh no, Drex. There's.
Oh no, we get one more dip. Oh no, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yep, and then there's the yep. Oh, that's beautiful.
So that's the
This is-
Leviathan.
I mean,
can't
that's what it's
remember
all
the
about.
name, of the one where, because they have two good ones at. Here, let me. Yeah, they have two good ones at Wonderland. The one where the upside down one that I was telling you about, But they also have one where you're standing on the roller coaster,
Mm-hmm.
and that feels a lot different. Because when you sit on a roller coaster, you kind of know what you're going through.
Oh
When you
yeah.
stand on a roller coaster, you never feel so helpless and dangly in your life.
Oh no, the beauty of that, um, the beauty of that is that when it comes to these rides, right? We don't give enough credit to the engineers who create these rides, right? Because
And keep them safe.
yeah, keeping them safe. It's an exact science, like in terms of the centrifugal force, all like the dips. Because Tim, let's face it, if you just create a ride, you said I'm just gonna make the biggest drop ever, and then there's a rhythm to a ride, right? You can't just have a huge drop and then like another. No. It's like you have to have that huge drop. You have to build the you twirl a bit, move a bit. Maybe you go upside down. You have to have there's a rhythm to it. Like there's a science to all this, and like in the men and women who work on these, and and
But
obviously
mostly
you have
men.
the yeah, the men, but I'm sure somewhere out there's some chick that like laid down a piece of an idea on a roller coaster, but like it's so amazing just how amazing they are, right? Because when you're in line and you're in awe, right? You're in awe while you're standing in line. You're like, dude, look at this thing, right? Like because you're marveling at it. You're like, God damn, look at that.
Yeah.
So when you get done, and here's how you know a roller coaster is great. When you get done, not only do you want to ride it again right away, right? You want to tell everybody about that ride, right? Do you notice, Tim, you can go on 100 different roller coasters, right? Do you ever notice you only remember the best and the worst? You ever notice that?
Yeah. Wonderland was
Someone
like
asks
that.
you, like you remember, I mean, dude, I've been on so many roller coasters. I couldn't tell you how many roller coasters I've been on, right? But I always remember the name, Top Thrill Dragster. Someone goes, Drex, why do you remember it? I go, because it's the best ride I ever went on, right?
There's one in Wonderland. I don't know if it's still there, but it was called Jet Scream, and that was one of the ones that took your photo as you were coming down to drop. And so you see everyone like, they have the real ugly face.
Yep.
Oh God, those.
It makes it all worth it, man.
I have one more amusement park story, and it actually has nothing to do with roller coasters. So, in between the roller coasters, we want to take it easy because one of my buddies was feeling pretty sick, and admittedly, so was I. So, we decided to take up the mini putt course. So, we're doing mini putt. It's like 12 noon at Canada's Wonderland, and a fucking mini putt is designed to make you angry. Now, I got to remember, we're in the 8th grade, right? So 12, 13-year-olds. One of my buddies is it's one of these like fuck you courses. It's got a tabletop with the hole, right? But if you hit it too hard, it goes down the other side. Or if you don't hit it hard enough, it goes up and comes back to you. So my buddy gets so damn pissed at it, he fucking 9-irons the thing right through the bushes. He did hit someone with it.
Ooh.
Yeah. But because it was like through a thicket of trees, so no one knew it was us. But we did see the paramedics, just like some guys like got an ice bag on his head, and a couple of like park paramedics. They're just talking to him.
Ooh.
And we're just like, oh shit! And he's throwing it close.
Yeah. You just gotta walk away.
See that? Oh, let's make our getaway. But yeah, we fucking.
Oh, that's one I miss. I see Michael Crumrin. Yeah, I miss King's Dominion. I think that's in Virginia, I want to say. That's one I wanted to hit. Didn't get a chance to do it. Yeah, there's so many, man. We'll have to definitely talk about roller coasters that person has wanted to go on. Because, like, they're everywhere.
Millennium Force in chat. I'm not going to show it because we're not going to spend an hour watching videos. That's kind of stupid. But we could take some call-ins if you got.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and let you guys tell your favorite amusement park story, man.
I'll get Koopa in first, and then I'll put the link in the chat for all of you guys watching live. 143, not watching live, not bad considering we had no notice. Like I literally just flipped it live, and everyone who's watching just kind of filtered in. Koopa, unmute yourself. You knew.
Hey.
Koopa, what up?
He had to wait until the bed stopped squeaking.
I smashed 2 hours ago. Anyway,
Drex, you got to tell Nick about this degenerate that we have.
Oh
I
man.
highly doubt Nick will care. He's too busy dealing with the funniest shit involving Amber Heard and her literally shit in the bed.
Yeah. Oh, her lawyer's definitely shitting the bed too.
That
Hey, I
too.
see wifey in chat. I'm gonna add NCAA Cat to the stream here.
Sweet.
Cat, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Always good.
You mind just hanging out a bit there while we talk to Koopa and his degeneracy?
Yes. Oh wait.
All right.
So Koopa, what is your ride, man? You hopped on.
Besides
Give
the
it
gauntlet.
to us raw, man. You went in. What's your favorite ride?
Okay, so I grew up. My dad, if there's one thing he always wanted to make sure he saved up for, is to take us to one of two places: Universal Studios Hollywood and Six Flags Magic Mountain in Santa Clarita.
bad.
One of the first rides I ever rode when I finally reached that sweet spot of height was Goliath. First ride I ever rode on that in Magic Mountain. It looked almost exactly like the video Tim posted, actually.
That better be the name of a ride. If it's not, I will make it.
Oh, that's horrible.
It should be. It should be. But no. Six Flags is mostly superhero theme. I don't know what it is about Six Flags. It slowly went from being the greatest place on earth for me to go to the place that you might die in. Because it went from being the thrill of, oh, this is going to be a great roller coaster, to, oh, I wonder if this one's going to derail today.
Yeah.
Yes, if you look up the ride Ninja from Six Flags Magic Mountain, I think that one has like the record of all history of records in terms of derailing. And it's not even like a good ride. It just for some reason derails constantly.
Oh.
And you would
Major
think,
rip.
yeah, and you'd think it'd be something like Tatsu. Tim, Tatsu is the one ride in Magic Mountain where they did have you do the Superman posing. You're staring down at the floor and your legs are locked and you're wondering, if this thing lets go, I'm
just gonna get crushed. Like there's nothing to it. I'm going to be a puddle on the ground if this thing falls off.
It's basically like I'm just gonna turn into Jello. Got it. I didn't think that's how it was gonna go.
Because the car over your head is 600 pounds, give or take, right? So if that thing falls off the track, it's you on the bottom and the car on top. So you're just gonna you're gonna be a puddle.
Well, it wasn't. The weird thing is it was a full. It was like that pull down thing. So if that lets go, the pull down just pops open. So if it pops open, it's not, the ride's not coming with you. You're just going alone.
Wait, Koopa, you know what's funny? Do you notice that when it comes to rides, I don't know if you noticed this between your childhood and now your adulthood, kids don't comprehend danger, right? So as a kid, you can go on a ride that an adult looks at and goes, oh no, that shit looks scary as hell. They're saying it looks scary because in their mind, like if something went wrong, right? That's how adults think. Like, yeah, they look at like
2 and 2 together, and they're just like,
like I don't like things like the power tower or anything that where I'm leaning forward. I don't like anything where where the bar is right here, right over your chest, and I'm leaning because I'm like, if this thing, you saw that accident that just happened, right?
Yeah.
If anything unlatches, Tim, and you don't have like a, you're done. You literally splat, and so that's why as an adult I'm like, I am not okay.
Look up Tatsu.
I am not okay with this.
We'll look at it.
But
later,
this
once
thing,
this show's
Koopa,
over.
you remember being a kid, being able to go on rides completely fearless?
Oh heck yeah, I was ready. I every time we got in line, I was ready. And surprisingly, my dad was too. For classic man, for an older man who's like spent most of his time working, he was acting as much of a kid as I am, and he's like, all right, let's go. He was hype. Recently, I think it was like 2017 when they upgraded one of the rides from X to X2. Drexel, when you talked about that ride where you're on your back and you basically get baptized, now imagine if they took your seat and decided to make you start doing backflips the whole ride.
Oh
yeah.
One of the you're flipping.
Yep. It's called X2 at Six Flags Magic Mountain. And it almost gave my uncle a concussion, and I didn't care. I almost gave myself a concussion, and I walked off going, Let's go again.
Yep. Koopa, what do you think about that childlike glee? We were talking about earlier when it came to, the summer memories. But when you're on these rides, right? The glee that only children have, where like a kid, unlike an adult, can realistically go on the same ride 10 times in a row if it's available, right? Like if they can just run back in line, especially you remember this toward when it was getting close to the park closing, right? You would go on a ride. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And you would just keep on. Do you guys remember the loop? You would just loop back around and run and get in line. Because in that I would say that last like hour and a half to 2 hours of an amusement park being open, most of the people have already left, right? You can literally ride a ride and have no line and just run back and just keep going.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man, that was great.
Here's the thing. I'm not so sure if this is just a theory, but am I the only one that thinks we only get tired because of the standing in line, not because of the rides?
Yeah.
Like
the standing sucks, man.
The standing sucks, and the older you get, the more it hurts your knees. I don't care how skinny or buff you are;
And
it's gonna hurt the joints.
Yeah, and the bottom of your feet too, especially if you got
especially
best shoes.
Yeah, if you don't have the best shoes, you've been there for like a long day.
Like
now, Cooper, we got to ask you this: do you remember the worst ride you ever went on?
Yes. Matter of fact, if anybody ever wants to find out about this ride, it has been taken down because of the amount of damage it caused. Yes, it caused damage. Drexel, imagine your smooth criminals getting crushed to the point of no longer being usable.
Oh,
that's how bad this ride was. It was called Green Lantern's Escape in Six Flags Magic Mountain. It was so poorly done. The whiplash almost broke a couple of people's necks. A couple of dudes have had their smooth criminals crushed to the point of almost being hospitalized. Shout out to Defunct Land. If you want to hear about how bad this ride is, look him up. Whoever designed this ride did not take into the factor that we are human and we could probably break a neck from the amount of whiplash. Because you would start at the top, then you would go forward, and then it would just quickly snap you back, and your neck is just like at the top, so the whiplash will just snap your neck open. That's how bad that ride was. I will never forget that bad ride. Heck, ninja derailing, you still at least get a good ride. There was no joy in that. That's like taking just a pure capsaicin and shoving it into your throat. That's how bad that ride was. I hate that ride with a passion. It was bad.
Don't you love the emotional reaction that shit rides cause you? Like, you remember the psychological trauma. You know what I'm saying? You feel it, right? Like you remember how it made you feel. Like, dude, these people can all be ground into a wood chipper feet first.
Dude, I still kind of feel like the pressure on my smooth criminals to this day. That's the pressure from how uncomfortable that ride was, because there was some fucking thing right in front of your smooth criminals. So because of the whiplash, your whole body jerks forward, and there they are, right there, about to get crushed with the full weight of your body. That
the best part of that, Coop, is when the girl's like, "That ride's great." Every dude's just like.
Actually, it did cause some ovarian problems in some women too.
Oh shit!
How bad it was.
Who designed this? Like,
probably a woman,
right? I bet you this is one of those rides where they tested on like crash test dummies who don't respond to being like, "Ow, my balls!" They just, they're good.
Numbers look great. Doesn't look bad.
It didn't cause any serious damage.
Yeah, they don't pay attention to the smooth criminals. They don't pay attention to the small sensitive part. Yeah. Yeah, already explaining it, I can tell you're feeling what I'm talking about. Oh
man, every guy feels anything that involves the family jewels being crushed.
Oh, I hated that.
But Koopa, let me ask you this, and we'll get you out of here. If you could tell anybody to go on to one amusement park, what do you think is the best amusement park?
I've only been to 3. I'm actually going to try out the Atlanta Six Flags soon, once it ever opens. But I'd recommend Magic Mountain. Just don't go on Ninja if you value your life. Every other ride is great. Even Tatsu being Tatsu hanging you over and you looking at the floor going, if this harness lets go, I'm going to die. Even that, like, it's so well made. The locking mechanisms are perfectly done. You're going to be fine. The whole theme park is a great experience. Food is shit. Drexel, going to these theme parks, even when it was cheap, My dad and I used to used to bring a cooler, put it in a van, and when we were hungry, we would leave the park, go to my dad's van. We would eat at the van. We'd have like sandwiches and sodas, and then go back into the theme park
Yep.
because we didn't want to spend money on food. It was always so expensive there.
Yeah. Food has been expensive at parks for a long time, and a lot of times it's just shit food. And I was like, for a
I
place
love
that
shit food. Don't
but
shit
here's
on
the problem for a place that prides itself on bringing in everybody, right? Men, women, children of all ages and stuff. Wouldn't you think to yourself, man, I know people have to eat. Wouldn't you think maybe I should give them like some decent food, right? Like hell, have food trucks for all I care.
Food trucks, some kind of top chef. But every time I've gone into those places, the food the Six Flags Magic Mountain is so ghetto. They have a damn Panda Express there. That's how bad it is. And you walk in there and you smell the misery as well as the grease.
I've never had Panda Express. I don't think I ever want to.
Yeah, don't.
It's not bad. It's
just
Panda Express.
It's
quick super
Dueling
chat.
Dragons.
Capricious Tyrant says, ever been on Dueling Dragons at Islands of Adventure? 2 separate coasters that intertwined with each other. You had to go on both to get the full experience.
I'm down.
Oh shit! Hey,
Where is
I
this
haven't
at?
heard of this.
Islands of Adventure. I don't know where. I can look it up real quick, but-
I'm gonna Google this because.
Anyways,
I mean,
Koopa, I got to keep you moving so that there's more people coming in.
Oh,
I
sure.
put the link up in the chat and I pinned it to the top. So if you guys want to call in, talk about your favorite amusement park memories or your worst amusement park memories. Did you ever get thrown up on by your girlfriend?
Sounds like story time, Tim.
Moving on. All right, Koopa, we'll see you later. Give the goblin a smooch for me.
Will do.
Make sure her head stays on.
It was one time.
One time.
One time too many.
All right, we'll get you out of here. And then if you can leave and just join us on YouTube.
Yeah. I'll do that.
I need room for more people to call in.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for having me on,
see
guys. Have a good one.
Indeed.
Whoops. There we go. We'll bring Kat. All right, Kat.
Hi.
Hello.
By the way, someone asked a very pertinent question in the chat.
Okay.
Has Drexel's daughter met her stepmommy yet?
These guys are hilarious. No. You guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
I blame Nick Recato for all of this craziness that the internet has woven a new tale. The craziest thing is, I was talking to Kat earlier today, and we were talking about how one of the funniest things about amusement parks is it's bringing someone younger when they're traumatized by something, right?
That
It's
was my goal.
Yeah, you can't help but you enjoy it though, right? You enjoy seeing someone suffer. Look, I made him cry.
Yes. So that when we took my little sister to Disney, that was my goal. I was like, I need her to leave with some kind of trauma. I don't know. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a mascot or if it's a roller coaster. I was like, but she has to leave here traumatized by something. And we succeeded.
Of course.
So when's the move-in date? The move-in date is whenever that couch is available.
Yeah, well, I think the move-in date might be the Black Phone release date.
Oh.
I'm hoping that movie is going to be the real deal, by the way. But now, Kat, when it comes to rides, what is your favorite ride?
Well, I actually just had a story because it's one of my most favorite stories. So I have to give a little bit of backstory on this one, though. So when I was 7 or 8, my uncle had just gotten married, and they were thinking about having kids and starting their own family. So they decided to take me and my older sister for a weekend in Atlanta, and they're going to take us to Six Flags and Dave and Buster's and a museum. They're going to, kind of just get the kid experience and, be the fun aunt and uncle. And we go to Six Flags over Georgia, and my sister and my aunt decided to go on the Georgia Cyclone, which is the largest wooden roller coaster in the U.S. or something like that. It's old school, it's pure wood, and it sounds like a horror movie when you're on it. And I was too scared at the time to go, but after I saw them go on, I was like, do you know what? I do want to try it. My uncle, who hates roller coasters, was the one that had to go with me. And so he gets in. I'm really tiny. You said I'm the size of a spoon anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was a lot smaller then. So we get in, and it's one bar over the lap. And since he's so much bigger than me, there's plenty of room. Well, once the ride starts going and we go down like the first big hill, I end up under the bar in the floorboard of the roller coaster and just stay there the entire time.
Oh,
And then
I'm appalled.
By the time we get, my uncle's like, I honestly was just trying to put my foot over your head so you didn't fly out. And by the time we kind of like get back in, I pop back up under the bar. And I was like, that was fun. Let's do it again. He's like, no.
See? Kids just, the lack of awareness is the greatest, it's the greatest thing. And
Yeah,
once you get the awareness of danger in your surroundings, like when you get old enough to understand that, oh shit, I'm mortal. I actually can be killed by by screwing up. You can never go back, right? That's why they talk about the innocence of childhood.
I don't even know why. I don't even know how I ended up in the floorboard, other than I just crawled under there. But no, he was just like, yeah, I'm never taking you kids. Like when they finally brought us back and my mom was picking us up, they met her at the car with our suitcases, like, take them.
Oof.
Oh, that's always a good.
But oof.
Drex, I don't know if you ever visit your grandparents or whatever, and then by the end of it, when your parents come to pick you back up, it's like you're being pushed out of Grand's house.
Yeah, luckily for me, it was always pretty cool with my grandparents and everybody. But I've seen it where there's that vibe of like, take them.
You overstayed.
No, actually, you know what? It happened to me. It happened to me with my own daughter. I had to work. It was Christmas, and my cousin had to watch my daughter. And in that small gap where I had to, from picking her up to taking her to the hotel Christmas party, she got a nap in. And the nap turned into like her basically getting like a full night's sleep, right? So now she's wide awake all night. So she stayed awake for basically a whole day straight. And my cousin said, because remember, so this is the end of the night, right? So she was tired. Yeah, so it sucked for her. So she's like, never again. I'm never babysitting again. I'm like, oof. But now, Kat, when it comes to you in these rides, what do you remember as the thing that stands out the most about your experiences on rides versus your sister's experience on rides?
I've actually always pretty much liked roller coasters, but my younger sister is like just terrified. And I don't know, it's really fun. We took her to Disney a year ago, and in the beginning, I probably had bruises on my arms from how like tightly she was gripping me. And then by the end of it, she had, the whole double hands in the air, like, woohoo. So it was kind of fun seeing her do that. But, like, yeah, it's just, she was highly traumatized by, like a Aerosmith roller coaster at Disney because it went upside down.
Oh, of
and
course.
Ended up with a bubble wand, though. So...
Well, I mean, that makes it all worth it. But do you know though that in and of itself is actually one of like the rites of passage, right? Because remember, do you remember when you first get on? Remember, you always grip, right? You grip.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain point where kids, because they see everyone else going, whoa. There's a certain point where you kind of go like this. You don't commit, and then like there's like that moment where the kid finally goes like this. And they just like let go, right? They just let go and take the fall, right? Hands in the air.
Yeah.
And after that, they're like, oh my God, I love roller coasters. Like,
well,
wow, I love these.
I think the funniest thing when she realized that she actually liked roller coasters, it was like on Splash Mountain. She had on, like, the little raincoat or whatever. But you couldn't even, like, when they took the picture, she's just a blob. Because she's literally inside the raincoat.
Of course.
Like, you can't see a single piece of her.
Well,
And-
now speaking of raincoats, though, I gotta ask, what was your favorite like water park?
See, we had, I think, Water
Wait, hold on.
World.
Why is she doing that? Why is everyone doing that static
Yeah,
thing to
why?
me?
Because Drex, you and I sound clear to each other, so it's always just the other person in the
I
thing.
don't know. That's weird. Go
Try
on.
to clean that up in post.
No, it's Water World. Whenever we go to the beach, it was a water park on the way back. We'd go to Water World, and my favorite ride there was the Black Widow. It was just a giant black, ride. Like, so it was pitch black in there. I think my sister's was the Hurricane, which was the blue one. Oh, and then we like Gold Rush, which was just a yellow one. It was very basic but fun and also disgusting.
Well, they're always disgusting. Well,
She
now,
sounds better.
you know the thing is though, is that like I want to know who came up with the idea to have like the water park and the amusement park in one, because those used to be I'm sure separate things. You know what I'm saying? Like most things that we look at now, just like there was a point when when Walmart became the one-stop shop, right? That wasn't the original intention. It just morphed into that. Similar to amusement parks, where it's like at some point the water parks had their own thing, right?
Yeah.
If you want rides, you come over here. If you want water slides, you go way over there on the other side of town. Someone had to have that bright idea. Can we bring these together in one perfect harmony and make this work?
By the way,
Hey.
Jordan, the answer is yes.
Oh no, Nick's not doing his 24-hour stream. The answer is no.
But you are going to Nick's this weekend.
Oh no. So I'm gonna probably be at Nick's next weekend, the weekend after. I was gonna go help him with the 24-hour stream. So yeah, I will be at Nick's very soon, the next coming weeks.
Okay, but anyways, so I was talking about Canada's Wonderland. Toronto has a water park called Ontario Place now, but they're not connected, right? Ontario Place is on Lake Ontario. So if you don't know, Toronto sits on one of the Great Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Ontario Place has one of the coolest. They have like bumper cars, but on water, bumper boats, I guess.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh God, that's the best ride. Drex, I didn't
Actually-
do anything else. I just went on. I just kept getting in and just like bumping into people.
Which Great Lake is Toronto on? It's got to be on Erie, right?
No, like Ontario.
Ontario? Okay, so
Yeah, Erie
because-
is the one down by Detroit, Winter,
Detroit, yeah.
right?
Because so the reason why I say that is when we were at Cedar Point, because remember I told you Cedar Point is like you can go to Cleveland or Detroit, right, and then just drive an hour.
Yeah.
We met a couple from I want to say Toronto, because I remember that was when I first learned that Canadians have PO box in the U.S. because the cost to ship shit to Canada is so extreme with like Amazon, right? So
Yeah.
they'll have a PO box in the States. So if you're in Canada, you just whoop to Detroit and then whoop, come back.
Yeah, I have one. Oh, good. By the way, Niagara Falls is where Lake Erie empties into Lake Ontario.
Hmm.
So the Niagara River is what connects both of them, and Niagara Falls is the drop down the Niagara escarpment into the lower elevation Lake Ontario. And as as time goes on, Niagara Falls goes backwards as erosion, right? And
Mhm.
so eventually it started at Lake Ontario and it slowly goes towards Lake Erie. And a million years from now, the waterfall will be all the way at Lake Erie.
Hmm.
But the Great Lakes are actually all connected with a river pathway. So Lake Superior to the St. Mary's River, Lake Huron, down to so Detroit's not on the Great Lakes; it's actually on the St. Clair River, and Lake St. Clair is just north of it. But then that river empties into Lake Erie. So, anyways, no one asked for that geography lesson, but I gave it anyways. A couple super chats, and then we'll see Cat out. Will Spain says, my worst experience was actually my cousin telling me park horror stories. It turned to the best because my dad, years later, bribed me to go on one for a game. Then he's got a follow up. I'll find that. Yeah. So I got a game and got over my fear of roller coasters.
Nice. That's what I like to hear, man. Well, you know what though? I think that's kind of crazy, just about the fact that like people have this like irrational fear of roller coasters, but like once they go on them, so many people enjoy them. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what that is. Like
I think it's people telling you that heads fall off on roller coasters, and you're just like, ooh, ooh, I don't know. It's like anything, right? You always go to YouTube or Google, and you're just like, whatever, disasters, right? Roller coaster disasters.
yeah, airplane
Car
disaster.
crashes, plane crashes, train crashes. You know, no one watches the ascent of Mount Everest for the guy who successfully does it and comes down and nothing bad happens to him, right? But we always see the documentaries of the people who had bad stuff happen to them.
Yeah, the horror stories. Someone like saw their own leg off or something or whatever.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, that 127 hours. That is a real story. That happened to a guy. He had to. I think it was his arm, not his leg, but he had to saw his arm off. Just, I think it was just above the elbow.
Fuck that.
But
no.
Anyways, Wolf's Pain also says not about AP. Amusement parks. But Drex, thoughts on old school artists from the 60s, 70s, and 80s? For example, Al Green, Funkadelic, and Rick James. Maybe a potential episode?
Yeah, all of them were better than what we have now. I don't call these artists anymore. I just call these basically corporate shills, right? I mean, these people are terrible. I was actually just talking to Kat about Rick James, or not Rick James, I'm going to say Al Green, because he became the Reverend Al Green after those hot-ass grits got thrown on him. From a crazy chick who then yeeted herself. And I think that kind of goes into the nature of when you seek something thrilling and then you get on the wrong end. You know, Kat and I have talked about, obviously, with the roller coasters before the show. And I said, you know, Kat, you've noticed that the best roller coaster, like I would even argue like the best things in life, you have to have some risk involved. You know what I mean? Like if someone says, so Kat, do you remember like the little kiddie rides, right? You didn't have that much fun. Like, I guess you could argue like that's fun for like a really, really, really small kid. But like, do you notice as the rides become much more dangerous, much more daring do and crazy and frenetic, you have more fun and thus more enjoyment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, because I actually like whenever we went to Disney, I kind of like outside of wanting to traumatize my little sister, I said I just want to go on one ride. We were going to go to Hollywood Studios. I was like, I want to go on the Tower of Terror because I hate that kind of stuff. But I was like, I need to do it. Like I want to do. I want to say I did it. And like I think I was like my hands were shaking for like 30 minutes after we got off. And it's not even a scary ride. It was.
Did you close your eyes?
Yeah. Yes.
So that's the drop
picture.
one, right?
Yeah, Drex. I have a picture that they took, and my stepmom just sitting there like super chill, and I'm there with like mid scream, eyes shut.
I can see it too. It's just like.
Yeah,
you know
I have a picture, Drex. I'll send it.
You have to send it to you. Actually, do you know what's funny about that though, Tim? No one talks enough about the other people, right? You have the people on the ride going through hell, right? Screaming.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about the guy who's on the ground or the gal who's like recording you, laughing at you, mocking you. You get out, they go, I told you should have gone on that shit. Like, you know, like that other person, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, let's see you get on there.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, no, I got a bad hip.
No, there's a ride called the, some variation of either Ricochet or Slingshot. They bring it here to Calgary Stampede every year. Drex, it's 2 like 300-foot towers, and they put you in a bungee cord.
Ooh.
They pull you down to the ground, right? And then you sit in a little pod, and then they freaking launch it.
Yeah, we have that at the State Fair.
Boing, boing, boing.
Yep. Oh, what are you going to say, Kat?
Oh, my God.
I had to convince my stepmom to go with it because I was trying to get my dad to go, and he was like, no. He's like, I'm out of that. He's like, I have no interest, not going. I was like, but like, it's like the one thing I'm asking. He's like, I don't care.
What do you think it is about like adults of a certain age who just, because like my parents will not, like I don't ever remember my parents going on a roller coaster ever. I have like, I think back to my earliest memories, never.
He said my dad hates roller coasters, which is why it was so funny that like he even like went to all this. But I had to finally convince my stepmom to go, and she was because I think it was the only reason she went was because it was the only thing I'd asked for that I wanted to do, because everything else I was just kind of like going along with whatever they had planned. But I was like, I really want to do this, you know. I want to push myself, and anyways, she's like, that was like not bad at all. Like the way you were describing it, I thought it was gonna be like way worse. Because I watched like the teaser video. Because she was like, oh, I wonder if your little sister could go on it. I was like, I watched. I was like, she was terrified and crying after the haunted mansion. I don't think she's gonna do well with the Tower of Terror. And after she's like, oh no, she would have been fine on this. And I'm like, who are you? She's like, well, I'm on a lot of meds. So I was like,
oh, the truth revealed, right?
I was like, how are you not shaken up? She was like, I'm on a lot of anti-anxiety meds. I was like, okay, that makes sense now.
So
Zombified.
On a cloud.
Yeah, just this is amazing.
Well, she was.
It's like the underwater theme in Mario, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, she was like, no, like that wasn't bad at all. I was like, okay.
All right, Kat, I got some more people who want to call in.
Hey, bye, Boo Bear.
All right, bye, Boo.
Oh, God, used to. Get a room. All right, Voice of Free America. How are you?
Can't really complain, but who'd listen if I did?
Hey, you know that's the way it is, man. Well, I mean, I'll tell you who can hear your complaints is the gods in the sky when you go 300 plus feet in the air before you descend to a rapid near-death experience on these fucking roller coasters. What is your favorite one, Voice?
To be honest with you, it was always the Beast for me growing up. Out at Kings Island, the last all-wooden track they had.
Kings Island,
in the U.S.
That's
down in
I'm not
Cincinnati.
sure.
Wait, where is it at?
Cincinnati.
Okay, wow, I've heard of Kings Island. Wait, who owns Kings Island? Is that a?
It used to be Hanna-Barbera back in the 80s and 90s, and then they sold it. I think it's called King's Dominion now.
Yeah, that's come up.
Okay, King's Dominion. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So there. Okay, if memory serves, isn't there a King's Dominion? I want to say it's Norfolk, Virginia, right?
Mm-hmm. Same company.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna take my daughter to Norfolk, and I can't remember, something came up and we couldn't go. But I remember wanting to get her there. Let me ask you this: what is the biggest difference you've noticed from going park to park, like in terms of like the rides that are similar and yet like that seem to work, or rides that don't work, right? Because when you go to parks, you start to see like there's Tower of Terror here at Valley Fair. It's called the Power Tower, right? Shoot you up and then whoa, you have that little kind of that bounce effect. What have you noticed about some of the rides, similarities and differences if you go to different parks?
To be honest with you, a lot of the stuff, it's at least going to be somewhat the same no matter what. I mean, you take an old-fashioned roller coaster and it's going to be straight up, sit down in the car and go. Only difference between it and a million others are the decorations. I mean, it's still going to have the same chain drive to pull you up the first hill.
Well, let me ask you this though: when you're going on these rides, have you ever seen someone like throw up or anything like that on a ride?
Oh yeah, my niece, man! I swear to God, she loves a roller coaster, but she cannot get on it without puking.
Oh no! Do you ever give her is there any meds she can take?
We've tried it all.
Wait, how are we suddenly?
No,
echoing?
that was that's echo. Don't worry, the echo cancellation is on.
Oh,
yeah, it's a thing with that part of the throat that closes off when you're breathing, and then opens back up when you're eating, or however it does. It just doesn't work for her. So when she starts going down the drop, all that stuff in her stomach just goes.
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh.
close. Normally there's a valve that keeps stuff from following gravity.
Oh no.
So I guess it
That's
doesn't work
terrible.
correctly.
That's like a horrible fate. That something you love causes that. You know what I mean? Like, oh.
Yep.
But-
But I mean, hell, at least she'll never have to worry about going becoming fat. How much she likes to ride them rides.
Right?
You know,
That's gonna be the new diet plan, right? Best diet plan in America. Just keep going on these rides, girl. Just keep going on these rides. I saw someone said Cedar. Yeah. So, yeah. So they own Kings Island. Yeah. So Kings Island. Okay. Yeah. I gotta get to that one, man. Like I said, it's one that I've been hearing about for years. I definitely got to get there. So owned by Paramount though. They keep on like changing up like what, who owns these parks and all that. But one of the things that I find crazy about amusement parks is the parking. Right. You always seem to be parked like an hour away. You're like, God damn, I'm still walking. Like there is no close spot.
It's like parking at a major sports event.
Yeah, you're like, damn, like shit.
Like if the Minnesota Wild are in the playoffs and you have to go down to the XL Center and like find a parking spot.
Yeah.
You end up parking in like 3 counties over.
Yeah. You're still walking 20 minutes. It's like, damn.
I'll tell you what it is. They buy up a ton of land in and around wherever they're going to set up. And then they'll start paving from the farthest point forward and set it up to where they still got more room to grow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it sucks for us. Good for them,
Oh,
though.
yeah,
You know
it
what I mean?
definitely sucks for us.
Can I
Unless,
get a
of
replay
course,
on that?
they
I'll
do
tell you what.
The shuttle. I've been to a few that did the shuttle, where you go over and sit and like maybe a minute later, a little tiny freaking trolley type bus.
Oh, yeah, those are the best. Yeah, God bless shuttle buses and trolleys, man. Like that, it's just well, let me ask you this, though. When it comes to all of the rides you've ever been on, right? What is the ride that you can say had like the most impact on someone else, not you, right? Because sometimes you can be on a ride and you can go like this. Oh, that was okay, but the other person, you go, maybe they start convulsing or they start freaking out or something. You ever been on a ride and like seen someone else just like lose their shit?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it wasn't really what I consider a ride, though. It was that monorail over at Disney. When we were riding it, not only did it suddenly come to a stop because of a malfunction, but one of the damn doors fell right off.
Oh.
So, yeah, I got to see the person who was riding right next to the door freak the hell out, fall backwards, scrambling away, thinking that the whole damn thing was about to collapse.
Oh. Let me ask you this. What is the time that you have like a fear that something was going to go wrong when you were on a ride? Kind of like, when people get on an airplane, there's always like that, oh God, please, 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 please. People kind of say like their prayers in their mind or whatever. Have you ever been on a ride and like you thought like maybe you heard something or you had just a bad feeling?
Yeah, that's every ride at Disney in Florida. From where they'd had the freaking ability to inspect their own rides for so long without the state stepping in, they let stuff freaking slip everywhere. Even that Pirates of the Caribbean ride, that one where you're in the little boat going through that tunnel of love type setup, I got freaked out one time because bolts started falling on me.
Oh shit. Damn. It's wild to me because, like I said, I forgot what the name of the ride is, but it's like this swingish looking ride. Like it's like not swing like kids swing, but like in terms of like you have like the big, you have like the major center thing. Everyone's kind of like held into place, and it has that bar going. It's the way you swing. It's one of those like swing rides, right? And I don't like any ride, man, where like I said, like I don't feel secure. I think that's my main thing. If I don't feel secure, I'm not a big fan of the ride. You see what I'm saying? If there's something over my lap, and lap and or chest, that feels good. It's something about the chest bar, right? Where it's like, if that's all that's holding me in, nah, man, nope, not feeling it.
Yeah, you're gonna hang on to the.
Yeah. Because if that thing pops, like I said, the idea of me falling out, man. Like I said, anything like I can handle the regular roller coaster, because remember the bar is always going over your lap, right? So if something broke, I mean, hell, you're the handles are right there, so it's not like you're gonna fly out of that, right? Unless you're going around a corner. But like, there's something about that feeling of like the bars over your lap. I've always had that thought as I got older, because I'm like, yeah, man, I don't want to have my last moments on Earth be I was at a stupid amusement park ride and I got flung out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a shitty way to go.
All I hope is that they fling you out while going upwards, so that you just sail over the park doing a cartwheel.
You're right. Just
they find your shoes in a different state.
Well, I mean, let's face it, Voice. You know this. When you're on one of these roller coasters, isn't that always the thought when you get to the summit, right? You look down, you go, that's a long way down. You ever say that to yourself? You look over, you're like, God damn.
Man, that'll hurt when I hit the
Every
ground.
time, that's part of the fun for me.
Yeah, it's part of the fun, because you just like look down like, God damn. Like dude, the Fury 325, right? When you hit that 325 feet, you literally look down, because like I said, you have that quick pause as you get ready to descend, and you look down, you're like, God damn, that is so far down.
Drexel, I will say, no roller coaster in the world is as high as the Rocky Mountains. When I'm out climbing the mountains, and there are some routes where you get high above the ground and all you see is air, like almost a vertical kilometer of air, or like a 3/4 of a mile, right? Of just air between you and the ground. And it's like, man, I hope this rock doesn't slip out from under me.
Well, look. God help any person that ever falls off a damn mountain and on some jagged rocks, because
you die of a heart attack on the way down.
Yeah, game over, man.
But also, there's a weird phenomena that climbers experience. If they get stuck in a really tough part of the mountain, there's a part of their brain that just says, let go, all your problems are over. And you will get like a suicidal thought while you're stuck on the side of the mountain. Like, especially if you're in a very tough section, and you're like, shit, I can't go up and I can't go down. Because going up is always easier than going down. Just like climbing a tree, right? Climbing a tree up is always easier than trying to get back out of the tree.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so mountains are the same. But there is, they warn you about this when you take courses of mountain climbing. It's like you will get the feeling that you just want to let go of the mountain and give yourself to the air, right? And you have to resist it. It's called Call of the Abyss. Yeah, different names for different, I guess, regions. But, oh God, I have been at the top of some of these falls. I'm planning on doing a pretty good mountain this year called Northover, and it is 1,600 feet straight down into a glacier. If you fuck up on that mountain,
yeah, well. You know, you're talking about some of these. I'll tell you something that gets that always used to creep me out as a kid was the water slide rides, right? Because like, you remember the ones that there was nothing that went over you, right? So if because you had to mummify yourself. One of those. Yeah, you bounce out of a damn water slide, bro. It's a wrap. Voice, did you ever have that feeling going on like water slides and stuff where you're like looking down like, yeah, that looks cool, because but if you for whatever reason you were dumb enough and like leaned forward because like, ow, you skinned your back or something, you like lean forward, you're falling out.
Yep.
I mean, literally game over,
baby. Just about all of the water slides were like that back in the 90s.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when I was a young kid, that's why I didn't go on them.
I take that back. They had one of the ones where it was the tube.
The tube slides came.
All the rest of them were the open slides, and oh my God, there was this one they used to have. It was like maybe you had, or once you'd push off, you'd have like maybe 3 inches, and then all of a sudden you'd be dropping down. I hadn't felt the feeling after they'd shut that one down like that until I went through paratrooper school.
That's got to be something. from from the para school. I mean, like you're really jumping. Like you're really reaching some damn heights.
How do you top that?
Yeah, right.
All right, boys, we'll get you out of here and get the next person in. Any last words?
Yep. Don't trust either party. Both are out to fuck you.
I like that.
Can I get another? It's going to be a customary every time you call into the show. You have to give us. I sell propane and propane accessories.
I sell propane and propane accessories. I swear to God, that boy ain't right.
God
right,
damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Dale, I'm going to kick your ass.
Show, man.
Great show. All right, get out of here, boys. See you later.
Boys, have a good night, sir.
Next up, the Juice. Juice, how are you?
Hello.
Juice,
Yeah,
what is up?
Hey, Drex. I just wanted to ask you a question.
What is that?
You were on Nick's show quite a while ago. You mentioned this video of these wives in the back of the car talking about their husbands. Apparently,
Yeah.
like saying they were, a wallet for them. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm?
I tried looking it up. I can't find it.
I know Joker, a better bachelor, did a video on that. Shit.
Do you know the name of the video, or if you can find it, can you just stick it in the chat?
I can. Let me see. I should be able to find it now. Let me see if I just type in better bachelor.
By the way, this is a picture of Mount Northover. So I'm gonna plan on climbing that this summer, late season, of course. But guys, that is a long way down. If you screw up on that summit there, that's a long way down into that glacier. Like,
Let me see if I can find it on the.
You would
Google.
fall long enough that you actually get to think about all of the decisions that led you to that moment. Like, you're thinking, because I'm pretty sure that you'd be falling for about 40 seconds before you hit the ground. Drax, can you imagine falling for 40 seconds? No parachute, no rope, nothing's going to save you. You got 40
it's a
seconds
wrap.
to think about all of the wrong things you did.
Oh no, it's a wrap. Yeah, here's the thing. Falling off any high elevation place, that's basically reserved for action movies, right? You think about action movies, and that's always been like the villain death, right? Is always he's thrown off something, right? A building, a
It
mountain.
don't happen like that in real life.
Yeah, it's I've always found that funny though. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's something, man. Yeah, I'm looking for that video though. Juice, I don't see. Like I said, I know Joker, a better bachelor. A lot of people reviewed it. It would be hard to find now, just because, like I said, it's so old. I wish I could remember.
I didn't remember enough keywords from the way you described it. So
Yeah,
I got my
the
own.
problem with something like that is that it's because it's so general, right? Like wives, car, complaining. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, should be, yeah, but it is out there. If someone in the chat knows, yeah, I'll never forget it because, like I said, they literally sit there in the back of a car, flapping their jaws, and it was hilarious, man. Because I mean, it's literally just them letting you know, like, yeah, this is how they view you, like literally. It's kind of sad when you look at it. Look, that's a roller coaster. Being in a relationship is a roller coaster.
You brought it back.
Like,
I have a friend who's that's basically his wife, and that's why I want to find the video. I want to send it to him.
oh God, oh, she's one of those. So I mean, what does he say? Because I mean, like that is, I'm telling you, if you ask anybody, any guy, and you ask them what is it like to date a woman, marry a woman, they'll tell you, like, dude, it's a roller coaster. Like, because there's no predictability. Like at any given moment, they start acting crazy. And you're like, can you just fucking be normal? Like, just like I said, it's like dealing with children, right? How many times have you looked at kids like, can you just sit there, like just sit there like a fucking normal human and just chill, right? Don't start touching anything. Don't start wandering off or doing anything. Just sit there, right? Because Tim, you think about being, as a guy, right? You can sit at the DMV and just be watching a YouTube video like this, right? Reading an article, just chilling, right? Nothing, not doing something crazy, just sitting there.
Listen to music. Bring an iPod.
Listen to music. Yeah, I mean, you just fucking sit there. Like, don't do anything.
Rip to the iPod.
Like,
Apple killed the iPod.
The iPod should have died. It got integrated into the iPhone, though.
Yeah,
no need for an iPod.
Rip. Good memories, right? But anyways, by the way, I got another angle. This is a more appropriate angle. You have to really trust your hands and feet when you're on this mountain. So,
I never do that.
Just imagine how long down that is.
Do you know what a flume is?
A flume?
From a mountain water supply? It's like a half
maybe we call it something different, but
it's basically a half pipe. It's about 10 feet across, and there's no cover on it, but there's 2x4 boards in the center going along the flume, and there's these metal strips across it to place the boards on. And I was a Boy Scout when I was a kid, and we had this idiot Boy Scout leader. He was notorious for losing scouts on trips, and he decided to have us hike up the mountain using that thing. And every few feet you see a warning label: warning, do not hike on flume, do not get on flume. This is, I don't remember what it said exactly, but basically this is for professionals. But we're several hundred feet above the ground, where if you tip over on each side, you're going to fall to your death. And we have these really heavy packs, especially since they're like 12 years old at the time. Ever since then, I've been terrified of heights. I would never climb something like that.
Damn.
I don't know. I am risk adverse when it comes to climbing mountains. If it doesn't look right, I just turn away. It's like going to the top is optional, coming back down's mandatory. Right? So, and I'm not a professional mountain climber. I don't have the experience to call myself professional, but I've done now, what is it? Yeah, I'd have to think about it, but almost very close to 10 summits now out in the Canadian Rockies of varying difficulty. I'm hoping to actually get up to Alaska and try some of their mountains sometime soon, but anyways.
Alaska's got some beautiful mountains.
Oh, yes. Alaska's just a beautiful place in general.
Oh, yeah. My aunt, she lives in Anchorage.
Any amusement parks up in Anchorage? Gracefully bringing it back to the topic at hand.
No, I don't think so, but the whole place is touristic. What's that?
Is there an Alaska State Fair? Is that a thing?
I have no idea. I've just been up there for fishing.
Okay. Good fishing, though. I mean, not as good as where I grew up, but...
For halibut and salmon, yeah, fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Of course, the legendary river sturgeons of BC. Anyways, Juice, you got anything else before we get you out of here?
No, just Drex, if you find that video, send it to me, because I've been looking for a long time.
Do you have Twitter?
I do. It's a different name. Can I put it in the private chat here?
Just find Drex's Twitter. It's what is it? Real_Drex.
Yeah, at real_Drex.
Yeah, just hit up Drex's Twitter. DM it to you.
Hopefully, I'll be able to find it somewhere. Because fuck, it was a great video though, man. Like I remember that video because there was no way you could ever. How sometimes you see something you can't deny, right? Like it's easy for someone to just say, oh yeah, there's this, there's that, but okay, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of when guys sit there and they always see girls go to the bathroom together, right? Imagine if you were a guy, you got to get a bird's eye view to what women are really talking about in the bathroom. When a guy's like, I want to know. Yeah, you want to be that fly on the wall, right? That's basically what this video is.
Yeah, and he needs to see it. with the situation he's in, he really needs to see him.
I didn't feel being made into a plushie.
Wait, was I made into a plushie?
Yeah, Nick's actually been talking a lot about you lately, and not in the best. By the way, someone fill me in. Something happened with Nick and LawTube today. Can someone fill me in on the details of that? I think he was on Joe Logic's Joe Neerman's show. Shout out to Good Logic.
Oh man, Joe.
What, you mean like an argument?
No. I think they were just Nick was given an update on the Amber Heard case, but I think something happened today. Maybe he set a new record for live viewers. I don't know. I have no idea. Someone please fill me in. By the way, I saw some mushroom simping in the chat. There'll be none of that. Ban him, get him out of here.
He unfortunately lost pretty much half of his viewers at one point because he was having issues with his stream, and he went off on the audience a little bit. I think he was frustrated with the situation.
Oh, so just drama?
No, he just well, he called the audience a bunch of fucking retards, but I think he was joking. But there's a lot of people who are probably new to him that didn't know his sense of humor. So,
are you serious? Well, I guess
Nick's stream got banned from Legal Bites stream.
I don't know.
The UI guy I saw was on Nick's stream earlier.
So is that what this is about? So wait,
I don't know. Okay, so drama. I don't care.
So drama? I don't know how people get. Oh yeah, someone says Nick always abuses. Sheila aliens. Yeah, you know, like I said, like I've been on Nick's show a million times, and I've seen that there are some people. You know what I think is a problem in the whole online era. I just think some people like hate watch. Right? They hate watch other people's channels. Like,
yep.
I hate Nick Rekieta, and then they get on there and they'll sit there and like watch Nick. Comment in the section. I hate this guy. And it's like, but why are you here then?
Yeah, Ron Toy definitely watches Nick.
Yeah, like why? So you hate Nick, but you watch his show every day.
By the way,
Sure.
This guy is not entirely wrong. I'm a tough guy and I have a lot of endurance. So yes, I get to the top. Plenty of photographic evidence.
It's fun to hate Nick.
I think it's more fun to hate. You know what? Hate is just a fun emotion, you know?
It is cute. Well, I see Sheila said 70K live viewers, about 68,000 aren't going to know you're joking. Yeah, dude, Sheila, here's what's funny. I've been on Nick's show, and I've talked to Nick about this. I said, people always talk about the left has no sense of humor. You've been hearing that for years now, right, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
The left has, the right doesn't have a sense of humor.
No, they don't.
I mean, seriously, look, Nick is out there just joking, having a good time on his late night show. What kind of stuff is this? Are you serious? Fuck, man, have a sense of humor.
I'd say it's
Meanwhile,
the stream addicts that don't have a sense of humor. People who are addicted to watching people online.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I like people bringing the fun back, man. Like people just, like I said, even this show tonight, it's about talking about like having fun again. Like everything I see out there right now, it seems to be like downtrodden, right? Everybody's, I'm just so downtrodden. Fuck you, dude. It's summer. It's about to be a thought girl summer. There's a lot of these hoes that need to get smashed. A lot of dudes need to go out there and make some money, have some fun, have a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Kick back, have some drinks, eat, go ride some roller coasters, go, pop off some airsoft guns. Like, this is the time where people are supposed to be having fun. Do you know what I see? I see a lot of people who are humorless and are allergic to having fun, right? Yeah. Allergic to cracking a dirty joke. Like, Tim, what's better than making fun of Lizzo, right? I mean, look at her. The jokes write themselves. Leslie Jones, Amy Schumer.
Someone asked if you and Nick are going to do a watch party of Lizzo's Big Girls.
But is that just one time thing, or is that please don't say it's a series?
I think it's a series. I think it's a Netflix series, isn't it? Someone help me out. Well, if it's Netflix, I don't think you can watch party. It has to be on Amazon.
Oh wait, hold on. It might be Amazon because I remember. Hold on, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna type in Lizzo on Amazon.
Anyways,
there's a Chrome app.
No hate, you guys are entertaining. Nah, it's fine. I didn't take it personally, man. It's I get it. I'm not in the best of shape.
Oh God, no! Oh yeah, it's Amazon. It's watch party approved.
Oh no!
Yeah, Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls. Amazon. Jesus, hold on. How many episodes?
Do it.
Oh God, there's like 8 episodes of this degeneracy.
Yeah, you got to do a watch party with Nick. You absolutely have to.
Oh.
Now
Oh,
that
do you
he's
think
gotten
Lizzo
so
twerks
many.
in any of them?
Oh, say again?
Do you think Lizzo twerks in any of the
Oh,
episodes?
oh God! It was
Probably
it's
every
8 episodes. It's going to be eight incidences of twerking.
All right, Juice. We're gonna have to let you go, man. To get our last caller in and call it a night. But appreciate it. Anything to plug or shill before you go?
No, I'm just looking for that video. Thanks for having me on. It's the first time
Oh,
I've seen
no
your
problem.
show. You guys are fun to watch, so I'll probably
Oh.
come back sometime.
Thank you,
Love
sir.
it. All right, we'll get our final caller in tonight because we're almost at 2 hours. So we'll call that. It's Vanish Man.
Oh snap! It's our man Vanish.
You're muted.
Bro, I didn't even hit the mute button. What's up, guys?
What's up, Vanish?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You
Well,
know,
Vanish, you are our last caller in our ode to amusement parks because, as you know, summer is here, which means it's outdoor season, right? For the people who actually want to be outdoors and have a damn good time. And like I said, amusement parks is like I said, it's a part of my life because I grew up on them, I loved them, and then I had to transfer that love of amusement parks to my daughter. And unfortunately, I suffered because I don't know if you know this, but the longer you go without being on rides, the harder it is to get back on them. You know what I'm saying? Like the drops hit harder now, the spins hurt more, the twirling, disorients more. You're kind of like, God damn, I remember this used to be fun, but you suffer through it because that's what your kid wants to do. So you gotta roll with the punches. You gotta suck it up. But now, Vanish, rides, man. What rides do you like? What rides do you hate? What amusement parks
I'm
you
gonna
like?
tell you the best ride known to mankind. It exists
what's that?
in Busch Gardens in Virginia. I actually live about 40 minutes away from it. It's called the Alpengeist. If you have not ridden it, ride it. It's amazing. Probably the best roller coaster I've ever done in my entire life. I have been chasing that high of riding the Alpengeist for my entire life. I have yet to experience it. And that's why I know people who get addicted to drugs, they really get addicted. Because they're looking for that first time. I'm not kidding. All right, so I rode the Alpengeist when I was around, I think it was 9, right? I got on that ride. Woo. And my mom was like, no roller coasters. My uncle took me on it. I was like, my uncle.
It's one of those legs.
It's one of
Oh
those.
yeah.
It is. I'm not kidding. I got on it. At first, my heart's beating because I'm nervous. But then, as soon as it just launches, you're just like, holy shit! Through the first corkscrew, I'm losing my shit. I'm holding on to my glasses, but I'm screaming like a moron because I'm like, yo, this is amazing. And I get down to the ground and I'm like, what was that? I want to go again. And it was like, my uncle's like, look, we can't. Your mom's going to kill me. And my mom just happened to be right on him. I'm going to do what? And she was like, I knew you were going to take him on the ride. That's why I let him go with you. Because I wasn't going to get on it.
Yep. Well, you know what's funny you say that is historically women have been ride averse because they're risk averse in general, right? Guys do the crazy, stupid, dangerous shit. And like even my daughter, I remember, like I said, her mom was like, "Well, I'm not gonna take you to any amusement parks. Your dad could do that." I mean, I took my daughter indoor skydiving and stuff, right? And women have this thing because, like I said, they have this natural like nanny state mentality, like, "Oh my God, I have to protect you from any chance of something happening." Not understanding that actually, in some ways, can tarnish the kid because they're never exposed to these things that. Kids need to know that there's a little bit of danger in the world, right? A little, because that's how you get excitement. If I told you, hey, Vanish, I want you to sit inside all day, right? You'll never experience anything bad, right? Nothing bad will ever happen, but nothing good happens either. You see what I'm saying? You're just sitting there, like.
It's actually now one of the reasons why I'm into cars now is because, unfortunately, due to my stature, I'm not as tall as Drex. I think you're what, like 6'5", 6'7"?
6'6", 6'7".
Okay, so I'm like 3-4 inches shorter than you, but I'm also broad.
Yep.
So I can't fit on any modern roller coaster. I thought I looked at trying to go on the Alpengeist again. That's not gonna work.
You gotta lose the weight.
Too broad. Even if I lose the weight, I'm still too big.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
like I said, the only problem I've ever had was height. Like I said, because I have broad shoulders, but I never had it. Like height, like I said, height on a couple of rides out there, they will ban you. Like they'll literally be like, no, you're too tall. But yeah, that's basically it. But like, though, do you ever get that feeling? That's one of the things that hurts a lot is meet up in Virginia. Don't you guys feel that
together?
that hurts a lot though, right? Because like you can't make yourself 14 again, right?
Oh yeah, no.
So it's like especially like you said, if you're too broad or too tall, it's like, okay, if I'm too tall for a ride, I can never not be too tall for that particular ride, right?
Oh,
so now that experience is now gone from me. I can never experience that, right?
In fact, the last time I had any sort of roller coaster experience was when I was, I believe, 19 or 20. Me and a couple of my friends went to Six Flags. I believe out here in Virginia, I think it was Six Flags. I don't remember exactly, because that was years ago, man. I'll be 34 this year, but. When we went, me and my friend were on this ride. We're getting on all the roller coasters. Like, dude, I just want to ride roller coasters. That's all I want to do. I know, because I was hitting a point where it was either ride these roller coasters now or I never get to experience them ever again.
Yep.
So we're getting on all the roller coasters and we would start to ride. And so the first time we went through, I was like, dude, this doesn't have that same feel that I was looking for with like the thrill of riding the Alpengeist. So me and my friend, we started just joking around, and so there are a couple these girls in front of us who were like freaking out. One looked like she was about to toss her shit like right there before we even launched. And so me and my friend were like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We go up and we're gonna just like, boom, where's the action? And so we were just joking through the entire ride. And so what ended up happening is we had these group of people following us throughout the rest of the park, because some people were like, this is the best experience I've ever had on a roller coaster. Who tells jokes as they're plummeting towards the ground?
Yep.
It's like you go. I think one of the rides there went over some water. My friend's like, oh man, look at that. He's like, what? There's a donut on the ground over there. And he's like, you're right. I wonder if it's good. And so we were just making up all this craziness. And it's like everybody's looking away from where the actual like scary shit could be, and now they're looking at stuff that's inconsequential and laughing, getting off the ride and saying, I've never been on a roller coaster where I've been able to scream and laugh at the same time.
That's just hilarious. Well, that also kind of goes to show you like the power of the human mind, right? Because the human mind has this coping mechanism where like you said, it's some reason why like if you're in pain you can laugh and it eases the pain, right? And that's how it works. It's like, yeah, like you said, if you're going through something and you start to joke to get your mind off of whatever it is that, let's face it, could be traumatic, that's a win. You're like, oh, damn, I was able to get through that, right? Like, damn, this ain't bad.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And now where I get my thrills is just driving my car, I have a 2016 Hyundai Genesis, and let's just say I've hit some speeds.
By the way,
that's all I can say.
I missed a couple of super chats. Thick Anime Thigh says, when I was living in the UK, there was an amusement park called Thorpe Park. They had a ride called X No Way Out. It was an indoor roller coaster where you go backwards.
Oh, yeah. Those, dude, I don't care what anyone says, man. Those are some of the craziest rides. If you've never been on a ride that goes in reverse, it does something to you. Because, like I said, I think it could be just your expectation. Like how Nick's new audience.
Yeah, I mean, Nick is very close to 450,000 subscribers.
I'm so
I
happy
don't know,
for him.
man. Whenever Drex shows up, I feel like all the people who start showing up to the night streams end up experiencing Drex. They're like, wait, this guy's actually telling some pretty base facts.
Oh, I've got numbers. Vanish. I've got the numbers behind that, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, Drex, I think the last time you were on Nick's show was right around Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got something like a 400 subscriber bump that night after you were on his show. Same with Dick Masterson, right? When we had Dick Masterson on our show, 200 subscribers came in the next day.
Yeah, well, yeah. Remember YouTube? I mean, you guys know this. YouTube, they shadow ban basically anybody that's not a shill, right? Like anyone who's not a cuck.
Yeah.
So I mean, the beauty of it is really simple. Is that like, more exposure. Like I said, as the diversification of the content, more exposure, the numbers will start to go up because people will finally see you. I mean, hell, like how this works. Like, I mean, let's face it. Even the fact that here we are, right? Oh, what's up, Meth? Even the fact that we're here now, right? Vanish, this. Even amusement parks, you can live somewhere and someone may not even know, right? Because they don't really promote amusement parks like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, think about the Alpengeist, and people are like, the what? The what? But you see what I'm saying? The crazy thing is they lived in Virginia and have gone to the exact theme park or the amusement park. And I'm like, you've been to Busch Gardens, right?
You missed it somehow. You're like, huh?
And you haven't seen Alpengeist. What's Alpengeist? It's the only ride that's white, and you can see it from the main gate. Like, how do you miss it? Oh, no, I have to look at it next time I go. They'll come back and tell me, so did you see it? No, I wasn't looking. And all I can think is like,
but isn't that crazy? Like, let me ask you this, though. Have you ever been to an amusement park where you missed something, right?
Oh, yeah. And it usually was something like small, like, where's the theater or something like that. Or, hey, I'm looking for the restroom. Where's that? Oh, it's right over there where it's marked restroom. I'm like, yeah, true. If it was a ride I was interested, I just went towards the soundboard that I heard. I never understood I don't know.
Oh, there's actually a ride called the Big Bad Wolf.
Tyrant. Oh, Apollo's Chariot is great, and so is Big Bad Wolf. I love Big Bad Wolf is good, but I've heard it is. I don't know. It's like one of those ones you ride the first time, and then every time after that, it's kind of just underwhelming.
By the way, I want to address this chat really quick. We're not chasing the big subs. Like, Drex will go on to next show and just be Drex. And if someone wants more Drex, they'll come and get it from here. But that's it. We're not... I don't know. I don't even think Nick clout chases either. I think people come to him, they love his content, and he just keeps on being Nick. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think Nick would change if he got to 1 million. He'd still be the same person.
I mean, Nick is... The only thing that's changed about Nick is that now he does day shows. I mean... I don't know if anybody was there when he was doing the lawsuits, like the Maddox one.
Yeah,
go back and watch those streams. He's still the same as he was back then. Calling
and a boomer, too. He's still a boomer.
And he's still a fucking boomer. He's also still late and gay. Like, nothing has changed.
Nothing's changed. By the way, Drax, Dollhouse Phil finally got on the Dick Show.
Yeah, I actually sent Dollhouse Phil a text about that. I said I had heard that he had gone on there, so like, good for him. I mean, he's got to get a doll on one of these damn rides with Koopa's Goblin. So like, Phil and Koopa are in their seat, and then like they got the doll there, right? And I mean, the little goblin just sitting there, and especially front and center. Like, could you imagine as you descend, and the camera snaps your picture, and there's a doll,
and its head is starting.
The head ends up popping off. Poor Koopa, man.
You're just walking along at the fairgrounds and you just catch a goblin head.
Right. Koopa, just make sure the doll is the right height. And Vanish, this is the thing, man. We'll get you out of here with this. When it comes to all of the rides you go on, have you ever seen a place, let's say Travel Channel, of an amusement park that you want to visit?
Oh, yeah. Actually, there's a theme park in Japan that was like, I think it's Universal Japan, that they had the new Super Mario theme park in. And as soon as I saw it, like the tours of it, I'm like, holy shit, I want to go. But then I realized, even if I did go, what could I really enjoy there? It's fucking Japan, man. Just think about that.
Oh, Big Bad Wolf got decommissioned?
If you're like 6 foot in Japan,
yeah,
life is hard. Think about Super Mario Land in Japan. That shit is going to be suffering.
Yeah. Yeah, damn.
So when I realized that, I'm like, fuck, I'll just settle for a virtual tour and just be over it.
Speaking of Vanish, do you remember early on when Nick would never say cuss words?
Oh yeah. He was very sensitive about that because he wasn't.
Yeah, he'd say like fudge and goodness or oh my gosh. It was when he got.
I think the first time he let loose was that one time where he got super fucking drunk and went on this insane rant, and after that he said, the next time he streamed, he was just dropping all the bombs. I'm like, I love this Nick.
The Ethan Van Sciver and Young Bluth stream was probably his first like mega rant.
Oh yeah.
Where like fucking every slur and bomb was dropping, but no, I do remember like and I remember at the time because he called into the Dick show and he refused to say cuss words, and Dick just assumed it was because Nick was religious. But then Nick revealed on one of his streams that no, it's just because he doesn't want his kids seeing it. He doesn't want his kids overhearing. He doesn't want his kids seeing. This was before he moved into the vault, right?
Yeah, now he's in the vault, but even now his kids still like they know about his show, and I think that's one of the coolest things is that his kids understand that Dad has a show and that it exists, so they're not going to be surprised when they go find their dad on YouTube talking about balls or no balls.
Right.
I mean, there are people out there. There are kids who go to high school whose mom is on OnlyFans.
I mean,
right? That is the pinnacle of embarrassment.
Well,
yeah. By the way, we had a lot of not even good, just deep reactions from your episode. So congrats to you on that one.
I've been in the comments just reading and stuff like that. It's good
I haven't
to know.
had time.
Some people it's great. I've had a few people pop over and say, "Hey man, found you because of Migtown," so I appreciate it. Just thank you for letting me come on even tonight. I just was browsing and happened to see you guys live. I'm like, oh shit, they're talking about roller coasters. I love roller coasters. Let me just pop in, and you open it up. I'm like, well, I got to talk about the greatness of the Alpen guys.
Of course,
the Lord and Savior. Well, roller coasters.
I think it brings out like that 8-year-old boy in everybody. Like, I think that's why you can see even like a grumpy old man, if they're just at least open to it, they get that like little that kid feeling again, right? Because I mean, as you get older, you become so divorced from that, right? That's why, a lot of people, as they get older, they get crankier because they've dealt with so much bullshit, right? They had to put up with quite a bit. I mean, the older you get, the more baggage you had to carry, the more BS. So it's like, there's something about when someone goes, no, come on, Dad, come on, or grandpa or uncle, and you're like, all right, I'll just go on the stupid ride with the kid. And they kind of clam up a little bit, but after they kind of like let go, and they're like, oh my God, this is actually really fun. I mean, hell, roller coasters are fun. Oh, yeah, Nick is live now.
Yeah, I think we're going to wrap pretty quick here and stop stepping all over Nick. I mean, the guy's got 440,000 subscribers. I think he can do without 100 of our viewers for a minute. No, we love Nick and very, very happy for his success.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Of course, it started with Kyle Rittenhouse. Right now, he's doing the Amber Heard trial, and he's just skyrocketing up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Pretty soon, he's going to be a daily caller on the Tucker Carlson and I don't know. Is Tom Leykis still doing a show? Is it?
I don't know if he is.
Leykis is off the air last I checked.
Yeah, okay. Maybe he's been off for some time.
Probably for the better.
I don't know any of the good talk radio down in the States. I mean, I know he was on the Glenn Beck show. I think. Actually, I was sitting beside him when he got that invite because he looked at me and he's like, "Hey, can you look this person up really quick?" Because he thought it was he didn't. It was during the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff, right? And he didn't think it was legitimate. It's like, there's no way the Glenn Beck show is reaching out to me. So I had to look up this the producer who contacted him. And it's like, oh, no, yeah. I show her LinkedIn profile to him. Is like, no, she said she works at the Glenn Beck show. So that's a cool little side story about that. One more super chat and we'll get everyone out of here. Almond John one says, was watching the stream with you and Nick and NBA again. Mad Black Atheist, I think. That was the guy who threatened to shoot Nick or shoot his kid.
Yeah, that got out of hand. Well, yeah, I wasn't even there for any of that. What's crazy is I remember for the longest time when people asked me what was my favorite show I ever did with Nick, it was the NBA stream. We actually went so long it became daytime. I remember that stream. It was 5, 6 a.m. And I remember being and it was we kind of have this look holy dude, how long have we been down here?
I was there for that. I watched that entire thing from start to finish. That was a glorious stream.
Oh, dude, the stream was great. I just remember I was legitimately bewildered and like kind of like hurt when I found out that like that shit got out of control. I was like, oh, because I think I had asked Nick like, oh yeah, how is NBA doing? Nick's kind of like, I was like, yeah, he's like,
well, yeah, because and John says here, he says it was a good stream, probably my favorite Knicks stream of all time. It's too bad NBA had to ruin a good thing by going and threatening Knicks kids. Because he told them that if I'm ever around, make sure your kid's duck or something like that.
Yeah, that's so stupid. All the little threats and everything.
Oh, by the way, Ethan Ralph speaking of threats, Ethan Ralph got his ass kicked again.
Yeah, that was glorious. I saw it.
It didn't look good. I'll be honest.
By the way, you shouted out Meph earlier. I might have neglected to tell you, but Meph sent me an email asking for you to come on to his show and do movie reviews. I don't know if you got that. But, oops, if you didn't. I've been just so fucking busy the last month. But, Meph, if you got Twitter, reach out to Drex, at @real_Drex on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I just did a review with him.
Okay, so you did one, okay.
Yeah, I just did, we did a 1 hour photo.
If I remember.
Oh, yeah, it was fun, man. Yeah, definitely check out Meph's channel, too. Yeah, it was definitely fun, man. It's something, like I said, I love movies. Like, especially back what movies used to be, when they used to entertain and tell a story, had character development. Now that, they're just woke garbage now, but there was Dollhouseville, yeah. Oh, yeah, RPM, yeah.
And,
There's been so much, like, one of the things I love about, we talk about all the bad things about online, but, like, we don't talk about the good things, which is there's all these people who have now, like, kind of interconnected. I mean, obviously, Nick's success, our success here, tons of other people. It's like, but you get to meet these people that you would have never met, right? Because, I mean,
Chronic, right?
Let's face it, without the internet, everybody would just live in their own world, right? You're in your own little corner of the world, and that's that, right? Yeah, but through this, I mean, you get to have all these different personalities on. You get to hear different stories. I mean, I didn't know anybody who had a sister who had OnlyFans, but I do now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit's fucked up in the streets.
Yo, I still get asked for that shit on Nick's Discord. I'm like, look, I don't have it, nor do I want it.
Oh, man.
The fact that I know it exists is already cursed enough knowledge.
Without the internet, I would never have gotten it.
Oh, fucking
Of course,
Koopa.
Koopa has to ruin it. Are you going to have BGS on? Who's BGS?
Oh, it must be BGS Idmore. He's actually a cool dude. He's he has a couple of takes that I wasn't a fan of, but overall, I think he has a lot of good points because he's really SYSBM because like he knows it's over.
Yeah.
For black women, Vanish knows they're done. The marriage rate for black women is about to literally go into like single digit percents, man. It's at 24%.
At Kevin Samuels being dead, I saw that shit in my own family on Facebook. Yeah. The first time I logged into Facebook and I see, man, I'm so glad that Kevin Samuels passed on. He finally stopped talking bad about all us black women. And I'm like,
the best part is though,
the sad, unfortunate thing is some of those people who are talking are married. And I'm like,
yep. I'll tell you the best part about Kevin Samuels' situation with black women. They're still single, bitter, and alone, right? Miserable. Like so him being alive or dead didn't change that, right?
Still didn't change anything.
So okay, Kevin Samuels is gone. Okay, so now your life is gonna be perfect, right? And they're still in the same damn position, right?
They're still, and some of those same people have not gone the fact that somebody told them, look, nobody wants you.
Nobody wants you.
That's not our problem.
Tell your sister to add more feet pics on it.
Look, I ain't doing shit.
You and your feet, Drex. You and your feet.
Oh, shit.
Right, guys, I think that's it. Vanish, we'll see you out of here if you want to plug anything.
Vanish, have a good one.
Yeah,
thanks for
guys,
coming on.
I just posted a video. It's a rant about Halo Infinite. It's on my YouTube channel, same name. You just want to check it out, let me know. I'm going to be posting a video either later tonight or tomorrow. I'm actually about to hop off here, record something real quick. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to record about. But, just trying to do something different and mix things up. I'm still working on my game, so check that out. Creative Virtual Magic YouTube channel as well. It's also linked on the same YouTube channel. But yeah, just, it's good being on it. Hopefully you can come by and talk about some other crazy shit.
All right.
Like, we're going to a bunch of office women.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
we're not going down that rabbit hole. All right.
I know. Have a good one.
Yeah, see you later.
Peace out.
Richard, I'm with you. I don't get the feet thing either.
Yeah,
all right, guys. I think we have had enough fun for tonight. We just finished recording bonus episode 18. Make sure you check that out. Patreon or Subscribe Star, at least at the $5 level. Come hang out in the Discord. We have a lot of fun conversations in there. Drex hangs out there. Unlike Ricada, Drex actually answers his DMs.
Poor Nick.
Oh boy, go head over to our boy Nick Ricada.
Yeah,
go
Nick
show him
is
some
streaming.
love. Tell him
Hop
Drex
on
sent
over.
you. Until next time, everyone, stay frosty.
Stay toxic, Kings.